Good evening. Welcome to coverage you can count on at 5:30. I'm Barbara Gauthier. Thanks so much for staying with us tonight. We want to begin with an update to a story News Leader 9 brought you on the news at 5. We now know what suspicious device was left behind that shut down parts of at an Atlanta airport. Officials say a food cooker left by a trash can is to blame. The report led investigators to cordon off the international terminal at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. President Obama is scheduled to fly into that airport, but not to that particular terminal tomorrow afternoon to meet with officials at the CDC. Other news tonight, police need your help finding a missing boy. Columbus police looking for 11-year-old Terrell Baldwin. They say he's been missing since September 10th. Was last seen on 35th Street wearing a white and gray Aeropostale shirt, black gym shoes, gym shorts, and black and white high-top sneakers. Terrell is 4'10" and weighs 80 pounds. If you know anything about his whereabouts, you're asked to call police at the number on your screen, 706-653-3449. The Army now opening its doors to female soldiers looking to attend Ranger School. The call out is part of the Army's ongoing effort to determine whether and how to open combat arms military occupational specialties to women. Until now, the school has been open only to men. Those who apply must first meet physical requirements to attend Ranger School. Senior Army leaders are expected to decide in January if women will be allowed. All right, Derek, thank you. And Alabama Church recognizing a tragic event that happened 51 years ago today. The 16th Street Baptist Church held a service this morning with bells tolling at the approximate time a bomb went off at the church back in 1962. The blast killed 4 girls and became an important symbol of the depth of racial hatred in the South during the Civil Rights era.
It's some survivors that can't even hear now because of that blast. I suffer from PTSD because of the blast. We should honor the 4 girls because they died, but we also should remember those that are yet suffering.
4 Ku Klux Klansmen were convicted in the bombing and 1 remains in prison. The city of Birmingham recalled the bombing with 4 days of events and remembrances leading up to this anniversary. Well, hundreds of thrill seekers took to the skies this weekend for the grand opening of the new Blue Heron Adventure zip line. The new attraction opened to the public on Saturday with about 200 customers. The zip line is the first activity and it's the only zip line that connects 2 states. To find out more about the new zip line and the requirements for riders, head over to WTVM.com and find the story under the Quick Links tab. Well, Phoenix City opens the doors to its 5th Street South Police Precinct to the public today. The renovated house turned police headquarters will house 3 police officers, giving them access to the technology and records from the central office right there in their coverage areas. An official says the new precinct is in a prime location to protect residents and their investments.
You've got a new rec center down here, the new swimming pool, and there's a lot of money and traffic that's going to be congregating in this area, so we just felt like it was a good time to go ahead and to put officers in this area. That way that they're here in case they're needed, and certainly it helps us watch over our infrastructure as well.
And the 5th Street South Precinct will soon be joined by a North Precinct to be opened at Lakewood Park. Alabama's First Lady Diane Bentley is hoping her concerns about domestic violence reach everyone in the state of Alabama. Today, she visited Shelby County Safe House in connection with a domestic violence training workshop for law enforcement officers. The Safe House shelter is both an emergency center and offers transitional housing for women who are homeless as a result of abuse. First Lady Bentley was very impressed by the Safe House and wants other state shelters to match the furnishings and service like Shelby County's facility.
What is so good about this number is there are 5 regions in Alabama. So if you're a victim and you need help, you can call this number and it automatically refers you to the closest shelter in your area.
Now, if you or someone you know is or could be a victim of abuse or domestic violence, the number to call is 1-800-650-6522. Coming up here on the news at 5:30, a new study claims kids are still getting too many antibiotics. Find out why that can be a problem for young people. And could you be causing your dog stress? Up next, find out more about tests one doctor is performing to find out more about anxiety problems for a man's best friend.